So there you have it. That's pretty much my new tone right now, and I really love it. So for me personally, it's definitely worth it spending the money on all these pedals. So let me walk you through what I got here. So for noise gate, I got the TC Electronics Sentry, which is a multi-band noise gate, costs $90, and this thing is awesome. I hooked it up with the 4-cable method, so it's detecting the guitar signal, or it's being triggered by the guitar signal, but it's applying the gate after the whole distortion chain. Then I got the Boss Super Overdrive ST1, a classic, that's doing the main lifting of tightening up the tone. And then I got the Fender Engager Boost, which is an amazing boost pedal. I'm surprised this isn't talked about some more. Just for some further low-end cutting, to tighten it up some more, which then goes into the Proco Red, which does all of the heavy distortion. So let's turn off all the stuff and turn it back on. Well, no, let's keep the Red on, because as you can see, I have to dial down the output level of the Red quite a bit, because, hang on, we turn it all back on again. Let me dial down the volume. Hear that feedback loop? Yeah, because I have no real experience with analog gear, so I'm not 100% sure why that would happen. I suspect there's just too much gain and noise going on in that case. In any case, it works like this, works perfectly fine. I love it. So now let's again turn all of this off. This is the raw sound from the Proco Red. You notice it's really muffly and spongy. Oh, by the way, this is going through TH3, and in TH3 I have an EQ and an impulse response loaded up. That's it, nothing else. Okay, then we turn on the Boss Super Overdrive. Already tightens up the sound quite a bit, but as you notice, I have to turn up the tone all the way in order to get some meaningful pre-EQing out of it, at least for the Proco Red, because that one's just so super muffly. But I do need a little bit more leanway and more room to play with in terms of tightness and boosting mid-range before the Red. And that's where the Fender Engager Boost comes in. This is a pretty simple booster pedal. Just has a level knob, which also adds a little bit of overdrive. Then low shelf, high shelf, and the mid-range EQ bands. And then you can switch between upper mids or lower mids and boost and cuts to your liking. And this is really cool. So I could dial down the low end even more, turn up the mid-range. I need a little bit more level. Got a little more level, but you get the idea. And then the Sentry does take care of all the noise. Although the cool thing is, this whole setup isn't actually too noisy. So that's it for this new setup of mine. It's not completely done yet. But the further steps will require me to spend a lot more money than I initially intended to. Because what I want to do in the end is I want to be able to record the DI, then the raw distortion sound from this pedal chain, so I can apply power amp modeling and cap impulse inside the mix, so I have a little bit more control over it. But I want to monitor the tone through an impulse loader pedal, something like the Moore Radar or the, what's it called again, Nux Studio IR something or other. So I basically have 3 sources of audio that needs to go into the interface: DI, raw distortion sound, and IR sound. DI and raw distortion will be recorded, while the IR sound will be monitored directly through the interface. So I don't have to monitor through the DAW or through TH3 or anything else. I just have direct monitoring, no issues with latency. That would be awesome. So, but the problem is my current interface, it can only either monitor all its inputs or none. So I don't have any choice between the 3, which one I want to monitor and which one not. So I would have to get me a new interface. And I'm kind of already looking at the Moto M4. You can monitor individual inputs, and it also has all the other features that I would need in an interface. So yeah, that's something I'm still looking at. But before that, I still gotta treat that back wall with new absorbers and whatnot. So yeah, still progress and work. Just a little video for Sunday afternoon. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.